afternoon. It is story time with Grace and Amber. Story of how we got kicked out of a haunted house. So, story goes, there's 6 of us, right? Amber and I, and dude named Kyle, his girlfriend Kaylee, dude named Bryce, dude named Jordan, and we're all hyped for this haunted house crap. And, you know, like most people are during spooky season. And, I mean, we were ahead of the curve, too. I mean, we had our tickets ahead of time, so we didn't have to wait in line. We were first in line. It's quite chilly. We waited in line for a little bit.
About 45 minutes.
Yep. Just standing there, freezing our butts off.
Acting like normal teenagers.
Yep.
So anyways, we were waiting in line for a while. We were all just acting normal. And then finally, the time comes to go through the house. Now, what this haunted house does is there's, like, a little haunted trail that you walk through before you go inside the actual, like, haunted house, okay?
Well, first, the way it went was Bryce was in the front.
Yeah.
And then Kyle and Kaylee. And then Jordan. And then Amber and I were in the very back.
Yes. And it was the same order in the house, too. Yeah. It was the same order when we got into, like, the actual haunted house. So we were going on the trail. We were walking through, getting spooked. Everything was fine and dandy, like it has been the past years that we have gone to this haunted house. Because we've been there before. So we go through the stupid trail, and then we get to the actual house. There's no line because we were first, so we could just go right on it. So we get through the majority of the house, like a little more than halfway, I'm sure. And then we get stopped by security. Like security that works.
Oh, this is part of the thing.
Yeah.
Like they just added this normal person effect where like there's a security guard, we're getting stopped, you know, and then something's gonna jump out and scare the shit out of us.
Yeah. We just thought it was part of the whole like house. Like we thought nothing of it. And then they started to say that we had to talk outside because supposedly they had video footage of one of our group members hitting one of the actors on the trail that we were just on.
Even then we're like, okay, this is still part of it. Like, this is still part of, like...
Yeah, because we're all like, no one hit anything.
Thing.
Yeah, no one hit anyone. It's against the rules that the actors can't touch us. We can't touch them. It's common sense. We knew the rules going into it.
So we got outside, and there's 2 state troopers, I guess they were, and then the security for the actual haunted house, and the guy who apparently got hit. When we first go out there, Jordan's, like, right in front of everybody, and little dude, the guy that got hit, supposedly, starts, like, hitting and pulling on Jordan. He's like, you know, what did you hit me for?
Cussing him out.
Yeah, just being super duper rambunctious. And
laying his hand on him.
Yeah, and he's like shoving him, just getting all physical with him, and no one did anything.
Yeah, security just stood there and let it happen. They didn't step in and be like, whoa, let's
like,
calm down. Let's just talk
don't
about
touch
this.
him.
Yeah.
Like, anyway.
Which, if Jordan was a minor, this could have been a completely different situation. He doesn't know how old we were.
Yeah, that's true.
That could have been terrible for him, because if Jordan was only 17 or younger, and he laid his hands on them, that could have been...
That's a whole other thing.
Yeah, very bad for him. So he clearly was not in the right mind to talk about this at all.
And Jordan's like, what are you talking about? Like, I never touched anybody. I'd remember that, obviously. Yeah. And the guy's like, well, you were in the front of the line. I saw you touch me. Or I saw you hit me or whatever he did. And Jordan's like, well, I wasn't in the front of the line. I was in the back with the girls. And
which she was.
Bryce and Jordan were kind of wearing, like, the same type of sweatshirt, color sweatshirt. And so Bryce speaks up, and he's like, I was in the front of the line. Like, but I don't remember hitting anybody. I don't remember, you know, even touching anything or anyone. And he's like, well, you hit me in my lip, and I'm bleeding. And I guess he maybe had, like, a cut, which I didn't even see on his lip.
No. He said he had to get it stitched up.
Yeah,
like,
and that's
like,
why we couldn't see it.
And stuff there. Yeah.
We kept asking to see his lip, and he did one of these things. He's like, right here.
Yeah,
like,
just flip this off.
Like,
being
stupid.
super petty about it. Yeah.
And, like, even then, we couldn't see where the dude got hit. So, like, whatever. And the guy just continues talking smack. You know,
cussing Bryce out.
He just kept going. He's like, meet me out back. Like, we'll talk about it. He just wanted to fight.
Yeah.
And
to keep in mind, this dude is like, what, 45 years old?
Yeah.
Picking on these 19, 20-year-old kids.
Yeah. We're
completely
we're still kids. So basically this full adult man is getting all physical with kids. And no one did anything about it.
Yeah, and security or nothing did nothing about it. They just let it happen. And it could have gone way worse.
Yeah, too. Like, none of the guys did anything. Even then, I think they were pretty respectful about the whole thing. We kept asking where it happened. Like, where
on the trail.
Where on the trail it happened.
Yeah, because we don't remember any, like, they said it was a wooden fence. We don't remember seeing a wooden fence anywhere on the trail. Yeah.
But then they kept changing it. They're like, well, it was a wire fence. It was a part where there was, like, a wire fence. And the only part that there was a wire fence was they had, like, a strobe light thing set up.
You could not see anything going through that.
But the people that were in the strobe light thing were actually, like, in the fence.
Yeah. Like you couldn't get to
it. Like, grabbing onto the fence and, like, scaring you that way. There was no people on the sides. They were, like, in the middle of the fence. Yeah. So even then, it would have been really hard to go through the fence and hit someone. Yeah. Or even touch anyone at all. Yeah. Unless you stuck your hand in there, which none of us did.
And they said that he, like, hit him in the face, which is false because they said that, like, they hit the fence and then the fence hit him in the face.
It just kept changing. Yeah. Like, they kept changing the story. Like, the first they kept saying you went through the fence and hit me that way. And then they said you hit me directly. Yeah. And then they said you hit the fence and then the fence hit me in the face. Yeah. Like,
which is more believable because if someone hit the fence, how are we supposed to know there's someone on the other side?
Yeah, we couldn't see anything.
That wasn't his intention. Why would we go in there with the intention of hitting someone on purpose?
Keep in mind, Bryce is in the Navy, like he's stationed somewhere, and Jordan is going into the Navy. So none of them would do anything on purpose to
get them in trouble with the law.
Yeah,
which would
jeopardize basically their career. That's basically what they're doing, with their life, is that career-wise right now. So, I mean, how that would make any sense. And we try to explain that to them, and they just wouldn't listen to us.
They didn't care.
So, that conversation itself ended fine. And
like, the guys shook the security's hand.
Yeah, they were shaking hands, saying thank you for
causing any trouble.
Have a good night, all that jazz. Yeah. And we went back to the cars, and we just kind of stood there for a little bit, like, trying to figure out what to do. And I think it just kind of, like, the more we thought about it, the more mad that we got. Yeah. So Jordan's like, okay, well, I'm going to go back and talk to whoever's in charge, because if we have to leave, then little dude has to go too, because he's obviously not in the right mind to be continuing to attempt to scare people for the rest of the night. So,
yeah. Clearly, he can't handle it anyway if he's going to overreact to something as little as that.
Yeah. So we go back. Jordan goes back. I follow him because he shouldn't go by himself. And he's like, I want to talk to whoever's in charge. So the two same state troopers come back out. The same security guard comes back, and we're talking to them. And Jordan's like, I don't like how he got all physical with me for nothing. Like, I wasn't even the one who was in the front of the group. I'm not the one that was accused of doing it. So why would he come up and try to get all physical with me when, I didn't do anything and you guys didn't do anything about it? That's why we went back. We weren't trying to get our money back. We weren't trying
to care about that.
Go back into the house and finish it because we were almost done with it anyway. Like, the only reason we went back is because we don't think the situation was handled properly. And I tried explaining that, and they basically just looked at me as if, like, I didn't even exist, really. Like, I was trying to explain why we came back, and they just looked at us kind of like we were stupid. Then they try to explain, well, we're in the military, like, we're not going to do anything to jeopardize that itself. So, I mean, the fact that we would even, try to do that at all just doesn't make any sense. Like, try to physical with someone, like, you can't do that. And basically, the state troopers kept calling us, like, little squirts, little shits, like, they were super rude about it. They're like, you just need to go home. We get little shits like you that come in every year and just cause a ruckus, which I'm sure they probably do, but they don't need to assume that everybody's the same way, because some people actually do just go to get scared,
Yeah.
You know, because that's basically what everybody does. They go out on hayride rides, haunted houses, all that crap. Mm-hmm. And then, you know, he's like, well, I don't like the way that they got physical with me. And they said you can't hit someone in the face and not expect to get, like, smacked around a little bit. Like, that doesn't even make any sense. They're
trying to justify the dude's actions.
Yeah, they were sticking up for themselves. They're trying to defend themselves, basically.
No.
And if it did happen, then it most certainly didn't happen on purpose, and it wasn't to the point where we knew about it. And if we did hit someone accidentally, then we would have just apologized right then and there. But the fact that we kept asking to see where it happened, and we kept asking where it happened, and they wouldn't tell us, that's just stupid.
Yeah.
We offered to go back with them and watch the tape because they kept saying that they have footage of us doing it. Yeah. So we're like, okay, well, can we go back and watch it? Mm-hmm. And they're just like, whatever, you guys just need to leave. Like, they wouldn't say yes or no. They just kept saying, you need to leave. Mm-hmm. And we did leave after a while.
Well, yeah, because we got fed up and we were just over it.
Like, nothing was happening. Nothing was, you know, getting solved. So we're just like, okay, well, this is pointless. So we just left.
Yeah.
Then the owner, I guess, came out and was talking to Jordan, and he was the rudest of them all. Like, he was cussing at Jordan. He was getting all up in him and Bryce's face. Like, why would you do that? It's like we're still kids, and you're gonna, you know, do that.
We, of all people, were being pretty civil about it too.
Yeah, I think
like we just wanted an answer, and they were just being complete jerks about it.
Or at least like an explanation as to where it was and how it happened exactly. Because they just kept changing the story. Yeah. Nothing got solved. We left that night. We went back, finished our night. We went out to eat, watched a movie. Mm-hmm. Last night.
Yeah, okay, so all that happened on Saturday.
Yeah.
The haunted house incident.
So this all happened like Thursday, so yesterday. It was Thursday.
Yeah. And then Thursday night, 5 days later, my mom comes home from work, and she says that one of her students, I guess, works at the haunted house that we were at. And he was telling my mom how he heard about the incident, and he heard that someone kicked the fence, and it hit the dude in the face, and all that crap. And so I'm like, that's another new story.
Completely different.
Yeah, that's completely different from what we heard. So either the story got lost, like, you know.
It just got distorted along the way.
As it was being passed to different people. Which is already annoying, because all those people are still obviously hung up on it for no reason. When we forgot about it, we went on with our week and all that. And so anyway,
this lady messages her mom, and it appears to be like she was trying to hear our side of it.
Yeah, she just wanted to talk about it. Because I guess my mom's student gave my mom's name to someone that works at the haunted house.
She's like a supervisor.
Yeah, she supervises the trail.
We're like, okay, well, she just wants to hear our side of it. So we were gonna, you know, type up this big thing about what all happened and how the situation was handled and send it to her just so she could see it.
Yeah.
But we didn't, you know, I mean, we were busy that day. We were doing stuff.
Yeah, we didn't really get to it. And then later that night, my mom texts me and says, I need you to come straight home. I want to talk about the truth about what happened at the haunted house. So I'm like, the truth? Like, just all confused. Told the full truth. Like, yeah, we told her, I told my mom everything, like, there was nothing to hide. We didn't do anything wrong, so obviously why would I just lie about the whole situation? And so I'm like, okay, what the heck? And she calls me, my mom calls me, and she was saying that the lady that is still, for some reason, by the way, messaging my mom, who wasn't there at all.
Weird.
Yeah, it's just weird and unprofessional to me, I think.
It is.
And she messaged my mom and said that everyone in the group was drunk, in our group, was drunk.
Which we weren't.
Which we were not. 3 of us were driving, and we're all underage. None of us are 21. And that's 2 of them are going into the Navy, which, again, they can't get in trouble with the law. So why would they jeopardize that?
Or get caught with alcohol in their system. Otherwise, they'd be booted out.
Exactly. So why would they be stupid enough to drink in public and go to a public event drunk off the rockers?
Like, where there's cops.
Yeah, like, and there's cops and security, like, cops there. Everywhere there. Yeah. And there's little kids. It's like a family thing. We're not stupid. We wouldn't ruin that for people. And so she's saying that our whole group was a mess. We were rude and we were just drunk. And that apparently someone hit the fence on the trail. And the girl that said she was like a trail supervisor, I guess she was there when it happened.
She changed it basically.
Yeah,
she's like, no, I was there. And one of the girls kicked me and called me a fucking bitch.
Kicked the wall next to her and then called her a fucking bitch.
Yeah. Like,
which did not happen at all. I did not see any woman on the trail whatsoever unless they were in costume, like, scaring us.
We stayed on the actual trail itself. Yeah. We never went off the trail. No. I didn't see any walls, per se.
No. She said something about a mausoleum wall, which whatever the heck that is.
So basically, she goes from trying to hear our side of the story to just telling her own story.
Yeah, just saying that we were drunk. A whole bunch of crap up.
But the fact that a random person like that would go out of their way to talk to someone
who wasn't even there, they doesn't even know the full story.
Exactly. To just go out of the way to tell someone else's mom, hey, your kid was there drinking, being an idiot, and basically was being, like, destructive of property. Like, that's just ridiculous.
Yeah. And then she said that we got smart with security, which is complete BS because we were 10 times more civil than those guys were.
Yeah. If anybody was being smart
with us, it was the owners.
It was the owners and the security people and the cops that were there.
Because they didn't do anything.
No, they didn't
whatsoever
intervene. They didn't, they weren't even nice. Like, they were just being complete assholes.
Mm-hmm. Like, we left when they told us to leave. All Jordan wanted to do was go back and get an explanation as to why, or, like, what happened and all that stuff. And they were being completely nice and, like, civil, mature about it. There was no smart-ass comments at all being made.
Maybe the only smart thing that the guys may have said was, we're serving our country. We're in the military serving our country for you assholes.
Mm-hmm.
And, which he's right, they're kids, but they're kids going off and serving the country for, these people who are just treating them like complete crap.
Mm-hmm.
Like that, I think that's what made him super duper mad is, we're young, we're stupid, and we don't know everything, but we knew that night in particular we were not in the wrong.
No, whatsoever.
So, but they just kept trying to turn it on us, making it seem like we were...
Which is easy to do because we're kids. So obviously in a situation people are going to believe adults more than they would believe kids.
Yeah.
Which makes sense, but that's not the case now.
Not this time.
No, they are being completely immature about it. This woman keeps messaging my mom out of the blue, just like ranting about it, changing the story a million times. So we just wanted to put that story out there and get in the clear because clearly there's too much confusion about it.
There's too many misconceptions going around. Yeah. And no, we were not drunk. We were not on any type of drug.
No.
We had Starbucks coffee.
We were drinking coffee when we were waiting in line. And me and you were the only ones that had drinks in our hands. Because we showed up a little later than the other 4 that were there.
And I had we both had coffee.
We had coffee. From Starbucks.
Yeah.
And the dude, when I finished my drink, because we were in the very front of the line, so there was, security just, standing there to keep the line in check.
And they threw it away for us.
Yeah.
If they had
I was like, oh, I'm done. Do you guys have a trash can? They're like, yeah, here, I'll throw it away. I was like, okay, thank you.
Yeah, the guys, in the line were actually really nice.
Yeah. And if they thought that we were actually drinking and, being annoying, wouldn't they, at least, maybe smell my cup or check it?
Whenever we left and went outside and talked to them, if they had any suspicion that we were drinking, they would have breathalyzed us right there.
Yeah.
I know they would have.
Kitty. What are you doing?
Hey. Move it. Come here.
Thank you.
Anyway, but that just, further proves it. I mean, that nothing actually happened with alcohol.
If they seriously thought that we were under the influence of
they would have breathalyzed us, or they would have at least questioned it or said it. But
they would have said something.
Drinking or being on anything wasn't even a question at the time. They didn't ask at all.
The lady in the message was so confident that we were drunk. She was like, she even said LOL. She said, okay, yes, they were awful. LOL. Sorry, but those boys were drinking. Several of them were. Which is a complete lie. None of us were drinking. Whatsoever. We didn't drink at all that entire night.
And if you know me, that is something that I would be completely honest about.
Yeah.
We were not drinking that night. We were not even drinking
that whole weekend.
Yeah, like,
yeah.
We, like, nothing.
We wouldn't do that.
No.
I had to work at 8 o'clock in the morning the next day.
Yeah.
I'm not that stupid.
We all have jobs and responsibilities. We all have
we actually care
vehicles, and we were all driving at some point that night. So,
and driving drunk is probably the most stupid thing that you could ever do.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people do that, but we as a group, I can speak confidently for everybody, no one in that group would have done that. So, there's no reason to make anything up.
It's no reason. We left. Get over it. Why are we still talking about it?
We're not going back.
Yeah, we're never going to go back.
That house, if you want to know who it was, you can ask me personally, and I will tell you. But we're not going to say it on the video.
No. We're not going to say any names.
Legal purposes.
Yeah, sadly.
Yeah.
Wasn't even that scary.
It wasn't scary. The little dude did not scare me at all.
No.
So.
We don't even know where that dude was on the trail. Also, just adding this part in, sorry. If the dude that got hit, like, behind the fence, suppostopply...
Why didn't he say something right there?
Well, yeah. Why didn't he say, like, hey, like, watch it? Like, oh, hey, you just hit me in the face or whatever. We would have stopped right there.
I think anybody would
have. Yeah, we would have stopped right there and be like, oh, I'm so sorry. Like, I didn't mean to, blah, blah, blah. We didn't hear anything. We didn't hear any, like, whoa, or, like, anything like that. And then when...
That would have been completely different.
When the lady supposedly got called an effing bitch, why didn't she say, like, hey, like, why'd you call me that? Or, hey, what, like, what's going on
watch
here?
Your mouth.
Yeah, watch your mouth. And all that stuff. We heard none of that. The time where the incident supposedly happened, and then the time that we got kicked out of the actual house, there was at least 20, 30 minutes between that.
Yeah, so why didn't we get stopped beforehand? What took them so long
to finally kick us out of the house?
Well, he says it took so long because he was getting stitched up first, which he was not. There was nothing on his mouth. And if there is, I'd personally like to see it. Yeah. Because...
I would like to see the stitches.
Doing this and showing me, that's not telling me anything.
No, that's being petty.
Yeah, that's just...
But also, the majority of the actors and stuff, they were wearing masks. So how did you get hit through the fence, through your mask, and then make you bleed? That makes zero sense whatsoever. Like, I don't know. What's the physics behind that? Basically, that makes no sense.
We wouldn't be making this video if we knew.
Yeah, if we knew that it happened and like we did something, we would not make this video explaining this whole crap.
Yeah,
that would just make us
we
look
would be
stupid.
in the wrong.
Yeah,
but we know we're not in the wrong, and basically that's what we're trying to clear up.
Clear our name. Yeah. Anyway, the whole thing was bogus.
The whole thing was petty.
This is the last time that we are talking about it because this is the honest 1000% truth. If I was in court right now and I had to swear on a Bible. This is exactly... Stop looking at me like that. Seriously. It's like the truth. Because, like, I wouldn't lie about this. None of us would lie. Everyone there was being completely honest. Bryce even admitted, like, hey, I was in the front and stuff like that.
We wouldn't come out with and make a full-ass video
and make ourselves look
if we were in the wrong. If we knew that we... Even if we were being disrespectful, we still wouldn't have made this video.
No. So, in conclusion, don't go to a haunted house in Illinois.
That haunted house.
Don't go to that one. And if you want to know which one it is, we will tell you privately.
Thanks for watching.
Make sure you like and subscribe. And stay tuned for next week's video.